welcome back to my channel everyone. I'm doing another wedding gown reveal, just one today, so we're going to get right into it. I've already washed my hands and I'm just about to open the package. Here it is here. Oh, this lace is really interesting. It's beautiful. And the crepe that she's used, well, the crepe she picked, is quite stunning. So let's turn this gown inside out. Let's put it on a hanger. Beautiful. Wow, this is beautiful. So firstly, this fabric up the top is a lace, like a French lace fabric. It's quite dense in its pattern and it's quite full, which is what the client wanted. She didn't want it to be too sheer, but she wanted to have that sheer colouring, if that makes sense, so you can sort of see her skin underneath. They've put nude cups in here that I might have to change. They just look a little bit large and not the right colour, so I might have to change that. There's this beautiful crossover design with gathering as well. So the gathering you'll see when she actually wears it against her skin, which is lovely. And we've also added a belt, a really skinny belt, as well as this fabric, which is just beautiful. This is actually a new fabric we've gotten in called a Rouille satin, and we've actually used the opposite side of the satin because she wanted a matte fabric and she wanted something a little bit heavier and thicker so that it falls a certain way. Obviously it needs a steam. It's just freshly come out of the bag, so we always need to steam our gowns before the client comes for their fitting. And you can see here when I've turned it around, you can sort of see the cups. I don't think they're going to be the right colour, but we will see. So it's a low back, a low V back. We've put a press stud just here just to niche it in just a little bit and make the fit a little bit better. This zip can also go up. I might include a hook and eye because I can see a tiny gap there. And then we've just got an invisible zipper underneath. And then you sort of see this fabric is, it's got a bit of weight to it. It really does. It really, really does. So I'm dying to see what this looks like on. We've also done a bit of a pleat detail to one side here. And that's basically because that's what how the design was like. We wanted to mimic this crossover, and having it crossed over right down here, she wanted something in the skirt to sort of mimic that design element. So that's what we've done, which looks quite beautiful, I think. There's also a split in the skirt. She really wanted a split, so we've obviously lined it and all that sort of jazz, but the split basically is just to one side, so it can look a little bit hidden if she wanted that. The lace is quite beautiful. I have ordered extra lace as well, so I can cover some of these parts if she wants it even more covered, or if she decides that she doesn't want any cups, I can remove the cups and just place lace. All depends on the person and how comfortable they actually feel. I know myself, I would not be able to be one with the breeze because gravity is not on my side, so I would definitely need cups and probably boning in my gown, but for this client she didn't really need that, so lucky to her, good on you. So basically I've got some extra lace pieces, so you know, if she's finding this is a little bit sheer here, I can fill that. I can also do the same on this side, but I kind of like how it's fuller around the bust area and then it sort of goes out a little bit more on the sides. The back is also quite sheer and quite lovely and beautiful. You can sort of see there. And I've even got extra lace pieces if she decides that she actually wants the lace on her body. She didn't in the design, but I always order extra lace just in case. I find that people don't really know until they put it on whether they want something a little bit higher or a little bit lower. So I always try and factor that in as well. So beautiful low V, and this lace is just beautiful. The piping detail is just gorgeous, and the flowers are quite large, and there's quite many layers. So there's the sheer layer underneath, which is the tulle layer that we use to create the structure. Then we put this lace over the top, but this lace has a couple of elements. So it's got this netting detail, and then it's got flowers actually printed on the lace or on the netting, and then you've got the piping detail on top of that. So there's sort of 3 layers in the one lace. The style is very beautiful, very classic, but it's one of those gowns that are quite relaxed and effortless. So those gowns really need to be worn and seen on the body, because there's not a lot of structure on the actual dress itself, because that's what the client wanted. So I do sometimes get clients that want boho style gowns or relaxed style gowns, and what that means is they don't want to feel uncomfortable, but they also want for it to look effortless, if that makes sense. And the way we do that is to remove some structure and have it really kind of simple and comfortable, elegant and relaxing. So this is one of those gowns. The train is just simple, just small. It's only a brush train, which means that it just basically follows behind you. It's so small that you don't need a bustle or anything like that to hitch it up while you're dancing. It's not going to get in your way, but it's going to give you just that little bit of length in photos and behind you. The split is also really lovely, and I'd like to see what that looks like on as well. And the split of this gown is really about halfway above the knee, just above the knee. So she's going to find it really comfortable to walk in, and the fact that there's no structure in the gown, it's going to be really easy for her to sit up and down, walk around and talk to people, and go to the toilet by herself. This fabric is called French Lace 3, and it's in an ivory colour, and if you look up close, you can see all the netting work and the grid work and my hand behind. So that's that gown on the sample, and that's it on the hanger. And then the skirt is made of the Rouilly satin in the wrong side. So in the matte side, there's a matte side and a shiny side, and we use the matte side for this. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Leave me a comment below and let me know what type of gown you would like me to do next, and I'll try and keep my eye out for those gowns so that I can film them for you. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.